I constantly get asked about affirmations. Why are my affirmations working? What can I do to make them work? What affirmations should I be using? And if you clicked on this video, then you're probably wondering the same thing. So stick around because I'm going to be sharing all of my secrets about affirmations because I wouldn't want to keep all of my favorite people in the dark about it. Yep, that means you too. Oh, if you're new here, hi, I'm Rebecca, and if you are returning, it's good to see you back, bestie. Glad to have you here. So affirmations, what the heck? What's up with them? Why aren't they working? And what can you do to make yours work? So if your affirmations aren't working, there's a simple solution. You need to have affirmations that, one, you believe, and two, that produce the feeling of the result you want. So let me break that down for you. If you want to have $1 million in the bank and you stand in front of the mirror every day and say, I have $1 million. I have $1 million. I have $1 million. You probably aren't going to manifest $1 million in the bank. You could, but you probably aren't going to. And this is why. Because one, you don't believe that that's true. You don't believe you have $1 million. And so because you don't believe it, you are affirming a feeling that isn't producing you the results that you want. So if I don't have $1 million in the bank and I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm saying, I have $1 million in the bank, I'm probably producing feelings like doubt, inadequacy, frustration, anxiety. Now, that's what you're affirming, the feelings. And the reason why it's important that you care about what feelings the affirmation is producing is because it's your feelings, your emotions that are actually the vibrations we are sending out into the universe and that we are attracting back to us. So if you are saying, I am a millionaire every day in the mirror and it's producing doubt, then you are saying, I want more things that make me feel doubt. Okay. Doubt is what I want to feel. So bring more of that to me. And that's not what you want. If you want $1 million in the bank, you need to have an affirmation that produces the feeling that you would feel if you already had $1 million in the bank. So how would you feel? You have $1 million in the bank. Somebody brings up the topic of money. What happens? Where do you go? Is it doubt, fear, anxiety? Is it relaxation, peace, freedom, abundance? It's like only you're going to know what you would feel with $1 million in the bank because it is going to be different for everyone. $1 million in the bank is going to feel a lot different to a billionaire or a former billionaire than it is going to be, maybe to you and I, right? So how would you feel with $1 million in the bank? Okay. Now you need to find an affirmation. You need to start affirming that feeling. So maybe it's not even a sentence that you say every day, but you go around looking for that feeling and you affirm that feeling as much as you can, as many times as you can. So let's say that you would feel abundance if you had $1 million in the bank and somebody brought up the topic of money. So now what you want to do is you want to find abundance everywhere. You want to remind yourself that abundance is all around you. You want to feel abundant. It doesn't have to be around money. You just have to feel abundant. Okay. So maybe you want to change your affirmation and still keep it around money, but produce the abundance feeling. Or maybe you want to just take that whole topic and switch it. And maybe you just want to go around listing things that make you feel abundant every day. So maybe your affirmation is everywhere I look, I can find abundance. And the more I find abundance, the more it permeates into every aspect of my life. So what do you feel abundant about? Where is there abundance all around you? There's an abundance of air to breathe, of ideas to have, opportunities. There's an abundance of people, abundance of blades of grass, grains of sand, stars in the sky, right? It doesn't have to be money in the bank. As long as you are producing a feeling of abundance and walking around feeling abundant as much as you can, you will be saying, I feel abundant and I want to feel abundant. So bring more things to me that make me feel abundant, and money would be one of those things. So it's not so much tied to what you want, but the feeling that you will feel once you have it. Now, that's your requirements. If you want your affirmations to work, it needs to be believable. You need to believe it. It needs to be believable, and it needs to produce the feeling that you expect to feel once that thing manifests. So if you want to take your affirmations up to the next level, you can use your affirmations and your manifesting journey in general to grow spiritually, to become closer to your creator. So include an affirmation, at least one, that you believe your creator wants you to remember or believe or notice or keep in mind, right? So if there was a direct line between you and your creator, what would your creator say to you? What's something that you believe that your creator would say to you that you could use every day to remind yourself of love, of opportunities, whatever it is? You're building a relationship with yourself, and you're building a relationship with your spiritual beliefs while you are creating and wanting and desiring and growing as a person. So this is all a very personal and spiritual journey that is a lot of fun if we don't make it too hard. So the next thing about affirmations, so we got feelings. We want to really, really pay attention to the feelings, because the feelings is the signal that we're sending out. Okay. So feelings, we want to use it as an excuse to grow spiritually. And we want to remember that it's natural. It's natural that our statements produce thoughts, that our thoughts produce our feelings, that our feelings are our vibration and turn into things. It's natural to have desires and wants and want to grow, and it's natural to want to create, to want opportunities. Okay. So give yourself a break. It's natural to want money. It's natural to want things. It's natural to want different feelings or new desires or whatever. Okay. And it's very natural process for us to use our thoughts to create. That's how it works. It's like gravity. We can't change it. It just is what it is. Whether we understand it or we don't, it's always working. But that's also how our feelings, our thoughts, feelings, and desires work as well. So we just want to tweak a couple of things to use the energies to our advantage. Now, if all else fails, this is what you can do. Have fun. As long as you're having fun, you are in a high vibration state, and you are calling in all the things that you really want into your life. So laugh today. Have fun today. How many times can you laugh? How many times can you have fun? The more you're having fun, the more you're calling in all of your blessings. The more you are appreciating everything around you. Fun is the key. Feelings, using it as a growing experience, and remembering that it's natural, and when all else fails, have fun. That's all you really need to remember, is to have fun. If you want all the things that you want, make it fun. Can you make your affirmations fun? Can you make your work fun? Make it fun. So that's what I've got for you today. If you like what you hear, try it. Let me know how it goes. If you want more, if you have questions, if you want to take this deeper, you can book a personal coaching session with me by sending a message to the email in the description below and in the linked comments. You can find it in either one of those places. I also offer group and private coaching packages if you decide you want to take it even further. But either way, I know that your time is just as precious as you are, and I appreciate you taking some of that time and spending it with me. So I will see you next time where we continue to make manifesting fun. Bye.